people, good evening from the UK. Welcome to the show. This is Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master. It is 6 o'clock, about 10 seconds before actually, but I was trying out a bit of a new system to get people on the call a bit quicker, which I don't know whether it seems to work, but it's looking pretty good. Welcome to the regulars: Guy, Usagi Nami, Casso 20%, a Buffy W, Andy W, Zaza, crikey, Rocky Palumbo's in, brilliant, Bitcoin to the moon. Bitcoin to the moon. You should be sound asleep where you live in the world, my dude. Crypto Sipto, great to have you with us. Yeah, plenty of you in the chat. I can't actually see what you're saying there, but great to have you all with us nevertheless. Oh, excuse me. Forgive me. I think I swallowed my own saliva there. Oh. Hey, so today is Monday the 8th of July, 2019. I've got this habit on my shows of saying 2018, and forgive me, I did it a couple of shows ago, but it is 2019. It is a great time to be alive. Great to have you with us. Have a strong Bitcoin hand, people. That is the name of the game on this channel. On this channel, we are going to talk Bitcoin. There is going to be a place for that dirty word altcoins, but this is not an altcoin show. So if you ask any questions about altcoins, they won't be answered. I am a believer that Bitcoin is the future. I believe it is the sound money of the future, the hard money of the future. It's going to be the world reserve currency, gold 2.0. Now, I'm going to pop a disclaimer up because I've just said all that, and yet I'm not giving any financial advice. What I've just said is my personal opinion. Okay, and I encourage anyone on this show to go down the rabbit hole themselves and do their own research before they buy any crypto. You shouldn't just be buying Bitcoin. You should be learning about why Bitcoin. This is what I was advised a couple of years ago in mid 2017 when I got my phone call about Bitcoin. My friend said to me, do your own research. He said, I'm pretty excited by it. He said, I think it's got a future. He said, but you've got to draw your own conclusions and do your own research, which is what I did. And I encourage you to do the same. 2020 halving, bring it on, says Bitcoin to the moon down in Australia. Absolutely bring it on. And you know what? My God, isn't it creeping up on us real fast? It's like frightening. Less than a year away now to a major Bitcoin event. So the disclaimer: don't take anything I say as financial advice. I'm going to pop up my website. I would encourage you all to head over to ukbitcoinmaster.com, where you will find every video I've ever done. When I finish the live stream, the notes will be uploaded, and it will all be in the notes, along with the ability to buy t-shirts, register with an exchange, get a Trezor. There's links to my archives. Everything is down there. A link to a video I did back in December of the content creators that I would encourage any newbie to follow. And that is worth going and checking out, guys, because I sort of link to or intimate the people that have helped me with my strong Bitcoin hand over the 2 years that I've been involved. And some of those people, you know, drift in and drift out. There's one or two there that I don't really follow anymore, but they're all relatively decent people. They're all Bitcoin people, which is absolutely crucial. Now, I've also got a new website, relatively new, called bitcoininterviews.com. And that is where you will find all the live interviews I do with some of the serious thought leaders in the Bitcoin space. And again, sorry, I would encourage you to always check out the bitcoininterviews.com. We'll have another live one coming up this Thursday. So stick to the end of the show, and I'll make an announcement at the end of the show, because this Thursday's is going to be a live interview with a twist. It's going to be a live guest, but with a twist. So you'll want to hang on for that. And finally, if you want to donate a small, tiny fraction of Bitcoin, you can do that through TippinMe. Now, if you are on a computer, go to the TippinMe website. You can look at the address there, tippin.me/@UK Bitcoin Master, and you can donate 200 Satoshis, which is a penny or a cent. So, you can donate 10p, $1, a pound, 50 pence, 50 cents, whatever, 2 cents. It doesn't matter. And you don't have to donate anything at all. But if you want to, it is over there for you, tippin.me. So that said, just quickly, can I encourage you, if you are watching this on catch up on Steemit, give us an upvote and a re-steam. Do like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, bash the bell button so you get notified when I do go live. Follow me on Twitter, on BitTube, DTube, Steemit. They're all at UK Bitcoin Masters, so easy to find. Rocky's saying at the current price, 84 Satoshis is 1 penny. Okay, so obviously that fluctuates. But again, if you want to send a penny, not spend a penny, as we say in England, send a penny, 84 Satoshis. So it gives you a bit of an idea. So I want to get into the news. Let's see what's going on out there, if I can get my desktop to work. Okay, you're going to need to get used to FUD. FUD, if you're a beginner, is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And as soon as the Bitcoin price drops, you get articles like this: Bitcoin below 11.4 as top cryptos trade sideways. Now, all assets trade sideways, not just cryptos. So if you've never been involved in anything like this before, you got to learn, like I did, to not be freaked out and sell your Bitcoin because negative articles. Because if we head over to this site here, we can already see that the first article said below 11.4. Well, I've just refreshed this and we're currently at just under $12,000. Now, if I put this next chart up, look at what goes on with Bitcoin. I'm not going to talk about stocks and bonds and other assets, but cryptocurrencies, they're volatile. They jump up here, they go down again, they go up, they go down again. They went to 12.5K, they dropped back down to around 10K. Now we're back up to, as I've just shown you on the chart there, the live one is 11.9. So what you must get used to is the volatility of Bitcoin. It does not mean you've made a bad investment. It is about buying and holding and waiting. And I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. To get, a brand new person to understand where I'm coming from, I liken the growth of Bitcoin to moving up 10 stairs, but dropping back 6. Okay, you're 4 steps forward, yes? Then you move another 10 forward and drop back 6, but you're 8 forward. Then you drop another 10 and drop back 6, and you're 12 forward. You're 12 steps further forward than if you took no steps at all. Hopefully that helps you to understand. So the price will go up. It will go down, building strength for the next leg up. Oh my Picasso, Bitcoin to the moon, the next leg up. Yeah, and it is coming. And I think I've got a couple of articles that we can refer to on that. I recently watched a fantastic video with Trezor. And I'm going to there'll be a link in the notes below to this video, and I cannot think of the name of the guy. Who was it? Does it show it here? Hold on, guys. No, it's not letting me lower this down. Hold on. Yes, it is. Arcane Bear. Some of you may know who that is that have been in the space longer than me, but I don't. But the point I'm making is Trace is an incredible guy in the space, okay? But he also talks so high level that it freaks people out, okay? But on this video, it was fantastic, and it'll be the best 50 minutes time you'll spend. In fact, that's if you watch it at normal speed. Of course, if you watch it at 1.75x or 2x, if you can still understand it, you'll get through it in just over half the time. But it was brilliant because he talked about some humanitarian type things about how we can help people in the world with you know, Bitcoin growing. It's not just about the money. So I've got a little excerpt here I'm going to run to give you an idea. Now, it runs for about 2 minutes, but you'll get an idea of the ethos of this video, and then I hope you all go and watch it. Let's have a look at it.
You know, but like, what are you going to do with your life with the cards you're dealt? You know, I mean, we should protect our health, but you know, like, say something like that happens, what are you going to do? You going to crawl into a hole, be depressed? Like, what you going to do? What you going to do? And then there's, you know, so you got your health, and how about money? You know, that's our next pillar. I mean, because you might be super rich, but if you have poor health, like, that's going to infringe on your lifestyle, right? And you can enjoy a sunset just as much as Bill Gates, right? So like, then you go from health to wealth, you know, because with money, oh my gosh, you can start doing a lot of fun with money, and you can make a difference. I mean, some of these people, they think they can like control the climate, but they can't even control their own mind, right? I mean, it's just crazy. But if you look at how you spend your money, you're going to see what you prioritize, right? Like, one of the things that I've noticed, I'm out at a lot of conferences and whatnot, and I've impacted millions of people with the blogs. And I just finished an interview set with Saifedean Moose, and we talked about time preference. And at these conferences, people come up to me and they're like, you know, I quit drinking alcohol, I quit smoking, like, I got rid of a lot of bad habits, and I just buy Bitcoin and I hodl it. You know, so they're changing their preferences, and they're also cutting. Like, if you think about it, they're starving the negative influences in their life, increasing their health, and setting a great financial foundation for themselves all at the same time. You know, so when you look at your money, you know, I mean, like, if you don't have your money under control, it's probably because you don't have your mind under control, right? Like, what you gonna do? You're just gonna like get whipped around and like go buy a slushie every day and a Mountain Dew, or you gonna be disciplined and be able to think, right? Because like, you can't really think if you're totally whacked out and out of control. And that's reflected in your financial statements, you know, your wealth. And so, and with wealth, like, you can start doing cool stuff, you know, like, I like to help people. So experiences, you know, being able to travel, being able to see the world, being able to help, you know, kids or orphans. Like, I've been helping with some charities down in South America, you know, clothing street orphans. I mean, I just write the check. Other people are doing the hard work. But because I have that wealth under control, like, I can help in that type of a way. 75 cents, we feed, clothe, house, educate street orphan kids. 75 cents a day per kid, right? Like, making a difference. You know, you're not going to save everybody, but you might be able to help a few people.
Okay, let me just check I've got my volume back up. Yep. You see what I mean, guys? I just found that really a great interview. You know, I believe that many of us are in it to speculate. We're in it to make some money, to jump on the bandwagon of the change that's coming in the world. But, you know, we can also do a hell of a lot of good by being involved in Bitcoin, and Trace really summed that up in that video. So when the show's over, within 5 minutes, the link will be below and you can go and find it. Catherine, great to have you in the show. This is my stepdaughter, who's actually over in Cyprus right now. So fantastic that you could join us. And I didn't mean to add you to the show, but you did come up there, so apologies for that. I've just noticed, who was it? Casso, 20%er. I'd love to see Trace on your show, Brian. I want to get him on my show, but the trouble is I can't connect with him. That's the problem. So I'm reliant on people that he's, you know, I don't like saying in with, but, you know, connected with, and he respects them as well. I need to use that as an introduction. But oh my goodness, I would love to get Trace Mayer on my show. Okay, so moving on, in the interest of time, I would encourage you all, go and watch that video when you get a chance, and come back here and put a message in the notes and say whether you thought it was great or not, because I personally did. I'll ask you all right now to go over to the chat and type in where you are in the world. I love to know where people are coming in from around the world. Mr. Crypto Mimi, I don't know how you say that, but great to have you with us. Can't quite read that statement there, but great to have you with us nonetheless. Thanks for supporting the channel. What else have we got? Whoops, technology won't work. Okay, we've all heard of Wikileaks, very, very controversial. But, you know, when we talk about is Bitcoin real or isn't real, there's nothing I want to read in this article. But you see this, Wikileaks has received more than $46 million in Bitcoin. Does that sound like an industry that's going away, that's not going anywhere, that's going to go to zero? No, not to me. When you read articles like that, it really doesn't. That's all I want to say on that article. Electrum Wallet is adding support for Bitcoin's Lightning Network. This is a big deal. I've actually just claimed my MWC coin using Electrum Wallet and my Trezor. And actually, it was very easy to do. You know, now for those who are brand new now watching this live or in the future, you know, Lightning is the second layer protocol being built on the top of Bitcoin to make transactions faster and cheaper, and it's gathering monstrous momentum. So to have Electrum Wallet adding support for Lightning is a really big deal, and yet again just showing that we are in the right place at the right time. So guys, I cannot encourage you all enough. You need to be dollar cost averaging here. Get a little bit of Bitcoin every month out of your wages, every week or every 2 weeks, however you're paid. Get a little bit of Bitcoin and start to accumulate. And you'll see why when I bring up one of these articles coming up shortly. So stick with me. Here we go again. Mr. Negative, Mr. Schiff, Mr. I Hate Bitcoin, Mr. Schiff, the gold bug, Bitcoin's rubbish, Bitcoin, I wouldn't own Bitcoin. Now talking about he's aiming to collect one whole Bitcoin. Now, I think I highlighted something. Addressing the criticism, Schiff explained that he regrets not buying Bitcoin at under $100 when he first heard of it. However, he pointed out that he would be a fool not to regret that. After all, he could have made a lot of money if he'd have bought Bitcoin then. You'd have thought that would have got him to think differently and start accumulating or getting into the space. But oh no, he still wants to slam on it that he'd just get rid of it. It's up to him. He also suggested that notorious Bitcoin skeptics like Warren Buffett and Nouriel Roubini probably also regret not buying Bitcoin. Yep, they'll never admit that in a million years, but I'm telling you, they will regret it. And when Bitcoin moons, and it will, it's not because I'm saying it's going to, everything is in place. The fundamentals are in place. Institutions are piling in. You know, governments are looking at it. Countries are looking at it. It will moon. These guys maybe will never admit it, but they're going to totally regret not getting into the Bitcoin space. You know, and this guy, no matter what happens, he's just going to hate on it. He can do what he wants. I'm stacking sats. I hope you are too. Now, this is awful. You know, I am a family man. My philosophy in life, and if it makes any of you go, oh, how sickly, is first do no harm. I'm not interested in hating on people, you know, getting into Twitter slang or anything. And I wouldn't do anything to harm anybody, and I'd do anything I can to help anybody. And when I see this, I hate it. I hate it. Scammer taunts couple who lost thousands in Bitcoin fraud. Now, you can read it yourself when I've uploaded it, but, you know, this is what he even communicated. He, she, they, whatever, communicated with the people, let's say, he fleeced. And he says, let me save you the stress because you've been through a lot already. Sarcastic bar steward. I don't swear. CoinX is a scam. Everything and everyone involved are the same. Don't bother about trying to get back your money. Just focus on getting money and taking care of your family. That's what the scammer said to these people that he, she, or they scammed out of their Bitcoin. We don't say this on these channels for the good of our health, guys, but I'm telling you, protect your private keys and your seed word like your life depends on it, because yours and your family's financial futures might just depend on it. And there are horror stories of everywhere of people being scammed out of their coins. Stay tuned. Okay, what else have we got? Anthony Pompliano, he's very, very big within the crypto community. He is the co-founder of Morgan Creek Digital Assets. And again, he's even debated Peter Schiff on live American TV. Said something down here, and I'm going to read it to you as is and then explain what it means to those that are brand new and don't understand a lot of the terminologies that go on. He says, I would make the argument that having 100% exposure to fiat currencies is a really bad idea, right? Because if one of those fiat currencies that you have 100% of your wealth in either hyperinflates or fails, you got a lot of problems. Basically what he's saying, fiat currencies are the dollar, the yen, the sterling, British pound, the euro. If you've got all of your money there, don't think that, countries can't hyperinflate. You've only got to look at Venezuela and the like. India, withdrawing huge rupee notes and people's value gone. So what he's saying is get yourself into crypto. And it's just, he highlighted, hang on a sec, that he's putting around 50% of his wealth into Bitcoin. 50% of his wealth is in Bitcoin. That should tell you you need to be accumulating. If you want to be at the cutting edge of this new money, get into Bitcoin. I keep saying it. This is not financial advice. It is just something coming out of my heart and in my belief system. This is massive, people. It really is. What else have we got here? Yeah. Bitcoin, the first native digital currency to hit $1 trillion market cap in this bull cycle. Now, did I make some notes? Did I highlight? Yeah. Now, while this cycle will take us to the $1 trillion level, the next cycle would be the one that will have us surpass even that of gold's 7 trillion market cap. This would probably come around 2024. Now, we've got to take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt. But you've also got to keep in mind that 10 years ago, Bitcoin, I think when Trace Mayer bought his first Bitcoin, I think it was $0.25 cent, something like that. And now it's nearly $12,000. How many X's is that? What if that does the same over the next 10 years for you people younger than me? Get some Bitcoin. Please take heed. Love this one. UK brewery is selling its stock for Bitcoin. Guys, great bit of entrepreneurial spirit. But here's the thing. Am I going to give my Bitcoin away for a share in a beer company? I don't think so. Guy, you might. Looking at your little avatar, it looks like you like a pint, my friend, so maybe you want to do this, but not for me. My Bitcoin is too sacred, and I'm not parting with any of it to invest into a UK brewery. Sorry. Okay, I found a few tweets that I think you need to have a look at. Okay, the first one. Now listen to this. If 12 million Bitcoin end up in general circulation and the rest are hodled. If you're brand new, hodling means you buy it, you get it on a hardware device and you don't move it. You don't do anything with it. You just hold it. Okay. And the rest are held. Today's what we refer to as no coiner, somebody that hasn't got any, would have around 0.0016 BTC, costing just $17.60 at today's rates. When people are willing to listen, I advise them buying just $20 of Bitcoin a week at any price will change your life. That is what I'm talking about, about dollar cost averaging in. Working out your wages and saying to yourself, how much can I comfortably invest each week, each 2 weeks, or fortnight, as we call it in the UK. Sorry, Rocky. Apparently Americans don't know what fortnight means, or some people don't, and Rocky didn't. So my apologies if I ever make statements that people in other countries don't quite understand, but a fortnight is 2 weeks. So however you're paid, My advice is look at how much you could realistically invest out of your salary or wages, and every month do that. Look at this one. Sorry. By 2024, is that a long way away? Nah. 15-year-olds will not know a world without Bitcoin. What do you think their first choice will be? 1. Bitcoin. Download the app. Or 2. Bank. Photo ID, parents' info, initial deposit, proof of address, social security number, agreeing to hidden fees, sign unreadable documents. No contest. It's going to be Bitcoin. And if you catch the vision of how the world is evolving so subtly that most aren't recognizing it, and you start accumulating, you're going to do well. Now, here's a guy that I really want to promote. BTC Sessions, Benny his name. We're all now looking at privacy to stop people being able to nose into our personal affairs, our finances, etc. And one of the ways you can create privacy within Bitcoin is to put your money through Wasabi wallet, okay, which is a wallet that will what we call coin join your coins so that they get mixed up so that people that want to try and track you can't find where your coins came from. I maybe butchered that, but that's essentially what it means. So BTC Sessions, BTC Benny has just done a Wasabi video. I've watched it. It's absolutely brilliant. I would definitely go over to BTC Benny's site, BTC Sessions site, and watch that video and just start to learn about, he explains it really, really well. So a big shout out for BTC Sessions there. Now, dare I go back to the fake Toshi saga for a moment? I saw this on Twitter. It came through the courts, apparently. I just want to briefly read it. For those of you that don't know, Dr. Craig S. Wright is telling everybody and trying to prove that he is Satoshi Nakamoto. And he's just failed miserably over and over and over again. And he's still failing miserably. And he's going to make himself look so stupid. Here's a bit of a transcript. So Q, question A, answer. All right, Dr. Wright, are these documents forgeries? Answer, I don't know. Question, Dr. Wright, you're testifying directly before this court. You submitted these documents. You swore to their authenticity. And now you're saying you don't know if they're authentic, if they're not forgeries. All I can say is they are documents that were that look similar to ones that I've seen in the past that I haven't had access to, that are in company files that have been in my basement for years. I just struggled to get my head around this individual. And he heads up BSV, which is a fork of Bcash, which is a fork of The Rock, Bitcoin, strong hand people. Do you want to be involved in a coin where the person is so controversial, so outspoken, you know, he can just change this when he wants because it's centralized? Nah, not for me, I'm afraid. Bitcoin's The Rock. And finally, do you trust your bank? Recent fines for just the laundering of money. Wachovia Bank, $160 million. Deutsche Bank, $670 million. Bank of Australia, $700 million. Ing, $900 million. Citigroup, $237. Standard Chartered, almost $1 billion. Commerzbank, $1.45 billion. HSBC, $1.9 billion. And JP Morgan, over $2 billion, laundering our money. Laundering and fixing money to line their own pockets. I don't want to be involved in the fiat side of thing. I am in the Bitcoin overlay, and the more I can have my wealth in Bitcoin, the better it is going to be for me. So guys, I just want to shout out, if I may, to the show sponsors. JustLearnBitcoin.com. I would definitely head over there. They've got everything on their website here to do with trading courses, wallet services and everything. I mean, whether you're looking for a wallet setup and backup, how to back it up properly, the best long-term storage solution for you that includes end-of-life planning, whether it's coin splitting, you know, airdrops, questions about mining, recovering coins that have gone to the wrong chain. Honestly, it really is worth checking out justlearnbitcoin.com. And finally, before I announce my special guest for Thursday, as you know, I love quotes. I want to finish up with this quote, and it's from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. Educating people about Bitcoin. It will fall on deaf ears, but we keep going, we keep going, we keep talking to people, we keep hopefully chipping away, and eventually we will bring people into the Bitcoin overlay. You know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you walk a journey of 1,000 miles one step at a time? How do you educate people about the power that is Bitcoin and how it's going to change the future of money? One person at a time, one knockback at a time. That's all we need to do and push forward, you know, and that's all I aim to do on these shows. You know, what did Casso just say there? Oh, sorry, it's okay. I was trying to read something I shouldn't. So, guys, that is our show for today. Have I got my camera up so you can see me? Yeah, I think I have. Whoops. Hang on a sec, guys. You should have been seeing that from Nelson Mandela. That shows this is live. So I'm going to bring it back to me. Okay, so Thursday is my live fortnightly, 2-weekly interview. And I'm really excited to have, he's on the call with us tonight, Rocky Palumbo back on the call, but this one's got a bit of a twist. Not only are we going to have Rocky on the call, but there is going to be a third guest that will be introduced during the call, because mine and Rocky's conversation is going to be about this individual and what has happened to this individual, and how I personally think the Bitcoin world, the crypto world, should get behind something we're going to promote on Thursday. So guys, do not miss Thursday's show. I promise you it is going to be a heartfelt show. It's going to be a show with a difference, and I really hope you can join it. It will be the normal 6 p.m. UK time, so do join us for that. As always, finally, before we end the show, please can I ask you to like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, bash the bell button, upvote and re-steam on Steemit. I don't mind if you don't want to give a lightning tip. That's absolutely fine. But what I would ask you all to do is to pick up the link for this show when it's over and maybe share it across your social media platforms, so that A, we can keep the video current, but B, I really want to promote Thursday's show, because I really want to get as many people viewing that show as we can. And I can't say any more right now, but don't miss it. You'll regret it if you do. That's our show for today, guys. Thanks for being on with me. As always, I'm Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master. I wish each and every one of you, wherever you are around the world, an incredible Bitcoin evening, an incredible Bitcoin day. I'll catch you all on Thursday. See ya.